So a few people have asked me to do a little video showing how to do the Pheasant Goujons I do. They are extremely simple. Get a lot of people say, I don't like game meat, not my thing. Give them some of these and see how you go, because I've turned a lot of heads with these and they do tend to change people's minds. So I'll take you through it, see how you get on. Right, ingredients. Pheasant breasts. I've got a couple of very small ones here. I've got these from a shoot on Saturday. Gamekeeper just said, help yourself. So obviously I couldn't say no. Breadcrumb. I've gone for pre-made stuff, but obviously it is simple enough to make your own. And last but not least, a beaten egg. Obviously the more meat you do, the more egg you're going to require, but for the purpose of this, that is more than enough. With regards to the pheasant, it's so easy to get now, but I'd like to see it in supermarkets more. You know, you can buy a fully dressed pheasant from a butcher for about £4. You know, it's cheaper than chicken, it's better for you than chicken, and it tastes good. So it's a no-brainer. I don't know why more people don't eat it. Right, so I'll just take you through a couple of how to actually prepare the goujons, and then we'll get to the cooking. So I've cut the breast into approximately 1 centimetre strips widthways across the breast, similarly to what a chicken goujon would be, funny enough. Just give it a little bit of an egg wash. Not too much, just enough so the breadcrumb has got something to adhere to. And then give it a good old roll around in the breadcrumb. Should have probably said before, in the breadcrumb, I always put a little bit of salt and pepper. And personally, I go for mustard powder. A good friend of mine, he uses a little bit of like cayenne pepper or piri piri. You can do whatever you want with them, really. You know, the world is your oyster with this sort of stuff. But I do think a little bit of spice doesn't really hurt them. So again, we're just going to go for a quick egg wash. Get the excess off of there. And then straight into the crumb. Give it a good coat. Obviously you want to make sure the whole piece of meat is covered. And then stick it to one side. And obviously we'll repeat the process until they're all done. Right, so once they're all coated, you should end up with a little plate or a bit of tin foil. It looks like this. And then it is simply a case of frying them off. Right, so now you need to be getting yourself a wok or a deep frying pan, or if you've still got one, a deep fat fryer. Plenty of oil in the bottom of it, and just get it nice and hot. Once it starts bubbling, which we're not quite there yet, just chuck them in. Just a few at a time, don't go crazy, don't throw them all in there at once. Just 2 or 3 at a time, roughly about a minute on each side is all they're going to need, just until they're turning golden. So that oil is just about getting there now. Stick them in, 2 or 3 at a time. And they're only going to take about a minute on each side until they're all golden brown, a nice uniform sort of colour. Once you've done them a few times, obviously you'll get to know how long they're going to need. Obviously one of the joys of preparing the meat in such thin strips as well is if you are giving them to kids, you can make sure there's no shot left in the meat. So obviously that, even, you know, I like game meat, but that's still quite off-putting. If you're munching your way through a bit of pheasant and you manage to grab a bit of shot in between your teeth. It's not pleasant, and especially for young kids, obviously it's not ideal. So just keep an eye on them, because they do burn quite easily if you leave them in there just a bit too long. And when all's said and done, you should have something that looks a little bit like this. So nice and coated, one uniform colour all the way through, definitely cooked. I like them as they are, just with a bit of garlic mayo. You can have them on a salad, you can have them with chips, have them however you like, but I guarantee you can turn someone's head who doesn't like game meat by giving them some of these.